Good morning, man. I woke up this morning. I'm talking about boom, 05. No alarm clock needed. I ain't gonna say what ET says, but you know the rest. No alarm clock needed. I was up, at 'em, ready to go, rolling this morning. Didn't even need this cup of coffee. This is more a prop at this point. I love coffee, by the way. Don't get me wrong, but I don't need this today. I am juiced up. Not just because it's Friday, because I don't worship Fridays like most people. I work on Saturdays. Fridays doesn't do it for me. But what did it for me was, number one, side note, I got to hear a great word last night from Apostle Brandon Perkins on a live video stream. And me and my wife were both in on the stream last night. It felt like we were sitting next to each other talking about it. But it was just a beautiful message, a beautiful word. And we got to dissect it afterwards and talk about it and share our viewpoints on it. And you know what I mean? I just love seeing what God's doing in our relationship, how God's moving us forward, and how he's staying centered in all of it. This is the big transition. So, I mean, it was an awesome time last night. But let's get straight into it real quick. Andy, what's going on? Good morning. Wife, good morning. Steven, good morning, guys. Share this video. We got to let people know what we're doing. We got to let people know about our little group, our little meeting. Like, again, I say every day, I don't want to keep it for a long time. I just want to talk to you, make you think about something a little different. But guys, this morning's message, get rid of your exit strategy. Woo! This going to hurt somebody, but get rid of your exit strategy. I think a lot of times, especially in the sales game, I'm going to put my coffee down because I feel like I'm going to end up spilling it on myself today because I'm so juiced up. I think a lot of times in the sales world, we get so used to an exit strategy that we will sabotage ourselves before we even get started. And what do I mean by that? Prime example, we'll use myself. I won't even use anybody else. We'll use Demetrius. Good morning, Jay. When I moved up here to Virginia, well, I didn't move yet, but we're in the process. Every day, I was a Marine. I'm always thinking about my exfil strategy. I'm always thinking about how I can exit any situation. Before I came up here, I had the option of going to sell real estate. I had the option of going to sell insurance. Was currently working on getting my insurance license. I had the option of staying where I was at and going back to a dealership that didn't let me get past a certain level. I had the option of doing all those things. Exit strategies. So I kept saying to myself, well, if it ain't what I thought it was going to be, we can always hightail it back. We don't have a whole lot invested in it. We can always think. But one day, I woke up and I was like, boom, there it is. I said to my wife, I said, babe, I got to cut out all the exit strategies. She said, what do you mean? I said, I got to let it all go. We are never going to give it 120% like my man Sean Hayes talked about this morning. We are never going to do what we need to do in order to be successful if we're always looking for a way out, or we always know that there is a way out. How many of you operate that way in your life? How many of you say, you know what? I'm going to commit, but I'm going to hold back some because you know what? What could possibly be scares me. So I'm always going to worry about what could have been by doing something. Sorry. Somebody tried to call me in the middle of our live. Doing something that's comfortable, something that's safe. Somebody give me a few thumbs up if I'm still live, if I'm still good. Am I still good? Somebody hit me. I'm waving. Mark Greer, good morning. But somebody said to me, my wife said to me, she said, okay, we're good. We're live. All right. Somebody said to me like, well, you know what I mean? This is a safe, you can make a safe dollar amount. We won't put the number out there, but you can make a safe dollar amount here. We know that's an easy. You got to be careful of the people around you that are always looking to help you do it easy. You got to be careful of the people around you that are always trying to tell you the easy way to do things or the least difficult way to do things. God's pulled you back to propel you forward into something greater. My wife kept saying to me, and I know I talk a lot about my wife, but there's a lot of there's a lot of greatness in the people that you surround yourself with. You know what I mean? If you look real close, your greatness that you are is who is around you. But my wife kept saying, you don't go backwards to go forward. You go forward and keep going forward. Good morning, Cheryl. So I said to myself, I said, you know what? I said, babe, we've got to cut out all the exit strategies. I said, I'm never going to know what this possibly could have been if we don't cut out all our exit strategies. She said, so you're not going to, because we had a plan. We were going to give it 3 weeks. We're going to see how it went. We're going to see if everything was as it said it was going to be, because this is still the car business. There's a propensity for people to tell you one thing and it mean another thing. But the nice thing about having met the people that I met, Sean Hayes, Jay Burchell, all the salespeople, especially Charlie Spencer, who took me under his wing as soon as I got here and helped me out, took me to church, you know what I mean, showed me the ropes around the place. I mean, management is great, but they have a job to do. Charlie took his time to show me around. I turned around, I woke up one day and I said, babe, we got to cut the exit strategy out. We got to cut the exit strategy out. And you know why we got to cut the exit strategy out? Because we're never going to achieve our full potential where we are. And what that means is a lot of you guys are operating at 80, 70, even 60% of your potential because you have an exit strategy out there that you say, you know what? If this doesn't work, I got that old thing in the back. I can just go back there. I can go do that thing. I was the same way. I was guilty. I am the first one to say I'm guilty of that. I am the first one to say that, you know what? Where I was comfortable. I excelled. I was the big fish in a little pond, and I was okay with that. But you know what? Nothing grows at the center of mediocrity. I was never reaching my full potential. I was good at I'm great at what I do, but it was easy to be a shining star amongst a dark cloud. It was really easy. It was really easy. I promise you. It was so easy. I used to tell my wife every day that first couple of days when I was up here, I was like, babe, we can go make an easy, you know what? And I don't have to leave. We don't have to move. We don't have to figure out with the dogs. We don't have to find a house. We don't have to do any of this. We can stay right where we are. She kept saying to me, God's got to grow you to go you. He's got to go you to grow you. But isn't that what a lot of you guys are doing? Aren't a lot of you guys turning around and saying, you know what? What I know and what I'm used to is all I want to do. So you create these exit strategies in your mind. You create these plans that if this doesn't work out, I can go back to that thing. Why do you want to go back to that thing? Why do you want to keep going backwards and trying to propel yourself forward? You guys got to cut away the parachute. You guys got to cut away and decide that if you're going to actually take that leap, take that leap. Don't halfway take that leap. It sounds good to say, oh, we're taking a leap of faith. But in the background, you're hiding this thing. You're hiding and you're holding on to this thing. You're holding on to the safety net while you're climbing down the mountain, trying to get through the valley. And then when you know what? Yank on the cord and bring me back up. What you guys have to realize is that in order to be great, you have to leave it where you can only be great. That's the only option available. That is the only thing that you can do. You're either going to sink or swim. When you put yourself into a place like that, you force yourself to be great. Guys, I don't want to ever keep you for a long time. I just want to talk to you for a short bit. Change your mindset, change your thought process. But I thought that was a good one for this morning. I thought, you know what? Get rid of the exfil strategy. Get rid of the exit strategy. Stop thinking about what could be or what if. Start doing. I said earlier this week, do the work. You can't do the work correctly. You cannot do the work with all of the excellence that God intended for you to have. You cannot receive all of the portion in which God intended you to have if you turn around and you keep operating in a period of the former. God intended everything great in the latter for you. Why would you go backwards? Guys, it took me a while to get that. It took me a while to understand that, you know what? If I strip away everything and I say this is the only way, I'm going to find a way. And that's what I did. Guys, I love you. God loves you. You know where I'm at. CMA's Colonial Chevrolet. It's a great day. It's the consultant. You guys have a great day.